early on in the investigation, the Amber Alert description depicts a Hispanic man, and it depicts a person that authorities might be looking for. A month later in the case, authorities also released a sketch, didn't call that person a suspect. So my question to you is, who are authorities looking for, and then why did that description change a month into the case?
Yeah, well, I think that essentially what happens as information comes in and you process information, you can start to either eliminate things or add to the investigation. I think the sketches from people who were in the park at the time who saw a Hispanic male that is a subject of interest because he was around the area of the playground. Early on, the Amber Alert went out for the red van. We have identified a red vehicle that was in the park at the time that was not involved, or there's no indication was involved in the abduction. So because there's so much cross traffic in that park, there might be people who are in there for completely legitimate purposes, and someone saw their vehicle or saw them and reported as possibly being involved in the abduction. So we kind of like look into every possible avenue. I think that they are definitely still looking for that Hispanic male who was in the area of the playground, because we haven't identified him and we don't know what he was doing there. We've identified a lot of other people that were in the park, that said they were in the park, that explained why they were in the park, a lot of people that were dropping kids off at sporting events and things like that. So as we identify people that were positively in the park for a totally legitimate reason, we can rule them out. But obviously, there were a lot of people that use that park, especially in September when the weather's still nice, and kids had just gotten out of school maybe an hour earlier. So that's really important. But that's also why it's so important that the public understand that we believe there are witnesses out there who saw the abductor, who saw the vehicle in the area near the park, and either haven't come forward because they're afraid to come forward, or haven't come forward because they don't realize how important the information is that they have. We know in a lot of cases like this, the person that did this likely would have either lived in Bridgeton, been familiar with Bridgeton, or had a reason to be where they were in that park. And that's why we're convinced that there are still witnesses out there that have really valuable information that might lead to the recovery of Dulce that have not come forward yet.
So you touched on a couple of things that I just kind of want to go back over. What would you say the description of the suspect is currently that I could get out to the public?
Yeah, we definitely have a younger Hispanic male, and by younger I mean maybe 25